want to see a werewolf. I don't know
if I want to. You saw wolves. You had a wolf encounter.
I did. I went to a wolf sanctuary and I got VIP passes so I could go into the enclosure with them because wolves are my favorite animal in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
So,
that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I love wolves. They're so demonized, though. Stop hating on wolves, you guys. They're really imperative for the ecosystem. So,
I saw a moose one time in the wild. Too damn big. Don't like it.
Yeah, wolves are big.
So, I imagine I would have the same.
Moose are big.
Very big. Very unsettling.
Wolves are big, but I feel like they're no bigger than, like, our boss's dog. Like, they're...
If I saw Soul in the wild, though, I'd be like...
Yeah. I mean, they're like...
Do you want a treat?
But they act like dogs. Like, they act like... Literally, I mean, at least the ones that are in these enclosures. Obviously, wild wolves are different.
Yeah.
But...
Tell that to Van.
But they, like... See? And that's what I hate is, like, in shows and in movies like that, they, like... They show them in such a negative light to where they're always attacking people. And that's not the case. Like, in the wild...
Like they're, like, aloof.
They are. They don't want to be around people. They want to be in their pack, and that's it. Because they've learned that humans are dangerous. So they don't attack people.
Yeah.
It's, like, very, very, very rare that they attack people. But people will go out and hunt them and, like, torture them. And it's absolutely heart-wrenching. I hate... Yeah, I can't. So, but yeah, they're like big old puppy dogs. Like the ones that we like got to be in the enclosure with. They literally were just like playing with each other the whole time. Yeah. And they were like roughhousing. And then they come up and like nuzzle us and lick our faces and then go off and play with each other. And they like loved eating treats. Like they're so precious. Wolves are so precious and they're so endangered. And we need to do something about it.
Save the wolves.
Yeah, save the wolves. If you don't like wolves, you need to do some research.
Yeah.
Because at the end of your research, you will like wolves because they're beautiful creatures.
If you don't like wolves, are you a rancher?
Vampire.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you a rancher? And even still, ranchers will blame wolves for like hurting their livestock when it's other animals that are doing it.
There's a lot of animals that do it.
Yeah, which again, it's like they're just demonizing these wolves.
Yeah.
So, very sad, very unfortunate.
Circle of life. What else am I supposed to do? You're in their territory.
Circle of life.
That's really beautiful.
And it moves us all. Story 4.
Oh, I was ready for you to keep singing. I was like, preach.
Encounter with a Vampire. I admit I have written to Anne Rice about my account of my encounter with the vampire. I find it interesting that she first wrote Interview with a Vampire in 1973. The book was published in 1976. I didn't read the book until 1980. Upon reading the book, I felt she may have met the same person I met back in 1973. I've never received a reply from her. I do realize that she probably gets thousands of emails per month on her website, and I wrote to her in 2001. I have told my story several times to several different people and always get the same response, one of disbelief. Although my mother and sister sometimes still tease me, asking, "Do you remember when you dated that vampire?" I'm now 51 years old. 34 years ago, I was 17, and that summer I was working at the U.S. Forest Service as an intern through a government program called Neighborhood Youth Corps. We planted trees and dug potential fire break lines in the forests of northern Idaho. A firefighting crew came into town midsummer since it was a particularly dry summer and was on standby just in case they were needed. Among the crew was the most beautiful young man I had ever seen. He had long blonde hair, perfectly symmetrical features. He reminded me of a more refined version of Robert Plant or of Led Zeppelin. Hot.
Right?
So hot. He was tall and handsome and everything I thought I would give up my virginity to.
Yep.
Yeah, fair. I spent a long time just looking at him. He apparently noticed and began talking to me when the crew came into town from their forest stations. He asked me out and I was ecstatic. We met for dinner several times, always late after 10 p.m. He never ate, urging me to order whatever I would like. This is so hot. I'm sorry. Whatever I would like to have, and he would have a glass of wine. I never knew how old he was, but the drinking age in Idaho at the time was 19. He also had a European accent of some sort. He said he was from Germany. We would part at the restaurant. He never made any attempt to kiss me, which I thought was very strange since every other guy I dated prior was always all over me. One night, I suggested we meet at a place very near to my apartment, as I planned to ask him back to my house afterwards for whatever. Fast forward to my apartment. After opening a bottle of wine and chatting, he wanted to take me into his confidence because he really liked me. He continued to say that he doesn't usually tell anyone the truth about him because it scares people. This is so Twilight coded. Okay, I felt the first flash of fear. He then went on to tell me that he was from Germany and was over 400 years old, that he was a vampire. I can't. This is exactly what happened in Twilight. I didn't know what to say, so I asked, what do you mean, vampire? He said he was from an aristocratic family and was chosen and attacked by a vampire in his family's estate. He was made a vampire by his attacker. By virtue of what he had become, he left with his other vampires and traveled all over the world. He came to hate him so much that he branched out on his own in France after many years. I asked if he drank blood and killed people. He paused and said yes, sometimes he chose to take a human life. Okay, at this point, my fear was turning to terror. He was either a psychopath with a really interesting story, or he was the real thing and I was about to die. I told him he was scaring me. He said he thought he probably would and that it was not his intention. It was hard for him to make friends, and when he felt he could trust someone, he would tell them the truth about himself since his lifestyle was not ordinary and needed the acceptance of what friends he had to maintain a friendship with them. He also told me that he knew I was expecting to have sex with him, and he would agree to that, but that sex was no longer pleasurable to him, although he knew it was pleasurable to normals. This is so fucking Twilight Code. I can't. Okay, at this time, I was really freaking out and said, I think you should leave. I remember he looked really sad. He said of course he would leave, but he wanted me to think about being friends with him. I said, I don't think so. You need to leave. He got up slowly and picked up his jacket and reached inside the jacket pocket for a pen and paper. I was really shaking by this time and thought his every move was a ploy to kill me. But he wrote his phone number at the camp on a piece of paper and said, if you change your mind, call me. And he left. When he walked out the door, I was trembling so badly I could barely dial the phone. I called my mother to come get me to take me home for the night. I told her I just ended a date with a really creepy, scary guy. I paced the floor until she got there, listening for any sounds that might indicate he was breaking into my apartment. I told my parents, and they said I did the right thing by calling them. My dad said it's time for you to move out of that apartment, and I did. I never called that guy, and I never saw him again. His name was Manfred Kirschner. I have never forgotten him. I thought he was a psycho until I read an interview by Anne Rice. I have wondered for 28 years now if he's who Rice called Lestat. Believe me or not, there you have it. Dude, that's so hot. I cannot believe that she fumbled that. Okay. She fumbled the fuck out of that, dude. Okay, if he had just like left, so
Yeah.
I get being scared, right? Like, as a woman, you're alone.
Like, this guy's insane.
This guy's like, I am a vampire. If he had, like, left and, like, was just, like, writing his phone number down, he's like, call me. I'd really like to be friends. I'm so lonely.
Right.
That would hook me immediately. I'd be like, you know what?
Okay.
You know what? Maybe he's not trying to kill me. Maybe we only meet in public places from now on. Like.
Yeah. No, I 100% would have done what she did. I was like, he's fucking crazy.
And this is the problem with being a book talk girl is that you're like, again, I'm like, they meet and they're like, he's like, oh my God, I've never met anyone at very Edward coded. And then she's like, oh my God, it's me. Like, you noticed me of all these people, this super hot, like really unobtainable man noticed me above all these other people. Yeah. They go out to dinner and he's like, you order whatever you want. And she's like,
mushroom ravioli.
And they go out for burgers and she's smacking the bottle of ketchup. Yeah, and then they go back and she's drinking wine with him. And he's like, I have something to tell you. This is the skin of a killer bell. As if you could outrun me. As if you could fight me off.
Yeah, no, I like love reading it. As soon as something weird happens in real life, I'm like, bye.
Oh, see, I'm like, I would have fallen victim to that. Mm-hmm. So, especially looking like that.
Yeah.
Especially
this right here.
17-year-old me.
Oh, 17-year-old me was a menace.
Over.
So that's fair. I'm looking at like 32-year-old me.
Yeah.
You know? 17-year-old me, different story.
No, I would have been over, especially.
Yeah. You know, you're right.
He's like, it's not really pleasurable for me, but if you like it, I'll do it. And I'd be like, you're so well practiced, aren't you? You know, you don't even have to like do anything. I'll do all the work if you want. I would have been all about that. That is literally my Twilight fiction fanfic right there, written down. I would have been a sucker.
Estat for Lestat.
Yeah. I would have. That's so unfortunate for me, but
it's fine.
I don't know, man. There's just something about it.
If you have met Lestat, let us know your stories. Because he's out there prowling.
Is he still out there? That was a long time.
I mean,
if he's a vampire, too. Okay, so have you seen the stuff about, like, all the vampires that live in New Orleans?
I've seen that there's vampires in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. That's all I know.
Yeah, and nobody knows. Okay, so there was a show that was on Netflix fucking, like, 8 years ago, I think. But it was called Dark Tourist.
Oh, yeah.
I think is what it was called.
That's a good show.
It was a very good show, and I only got one season, but he went and he met with a bunch of vampires in New Orleans. And
and they're like, we're vampires.
Yeah, and they're like, they only like drink a little bit of each other's blood every now and then as like a part of a ritual, but they never actually like drink blood.
Yeah.
They like eat normal food. They like do normal things. They can do everything normal. He's like,
posers.
These aren't vampires.
No.
I would like...
These are familiars.
Yeah. Guillermo walking around. He's like... with his big ass cape. He's like, yeah, I'm a vampire.
Yeah. Watch me drink this blood.
He's like, takes a little... Okay, that's good. I'm good.
You saw
Can I get a cheeseburger? Maybe. I'll get a bloody cheeseburger. How about that? That's a real vampire move.
The rarest it can be. It's like pops it in the microwave to cook it a little bit more.
Why did the Collins never do that?
Have familiars?
No, go to like the butcher or the grocery store and like buy pounds of beef and just like drain the blood out of it.
So I've seen there's something. I don't remember what it was. But, like, it tastes better when it's fresher.
Yeah, but if they need the blood.
Yeah.
You know, because there are points in there where they're like, I need to feed.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, then go get a pack of fucking ground beef from Costco,
just,
bitch.
Like, on it.
Yeah. You're like, stick a straw in it, slurp that shit out. Like, it's that simple.
Yeah. Blood bags are a big thing in Vampire Diaries.
I would love it. There's a lot of bars around here during Halloween time that do little blood bags. They're very cute.
Yeah. Little cranberry something in there.
Yeah. The bar that we went to on Saturday, they had like a frozen horchata drink that Quentin got that was called the like gay as fuck pumpkin of Charlie Brown or something. That's literally what it was called. It was something around those lines, but it was gay as fuck.
Who came up with that?
Brown pumpkin, yeah. All of the names were like
That's
that.
Hilarious.
Yeah, like little pumpkin slut, stuff like that. I was like reading the
just
menu.
like riffing in the back, like, you know what? Sure.
Yeah, fucking put it on there. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I've got no other options. Put it on there.
No, but it was really funny. I was like reading it and I was like, huh? It was cute. But it was $16.
Yeah.
But yeah, I unfortunately this is truly a fanfic straight out of
me would have got caught.
Yeah, I would have immediately. I would love to go to. I don't really have the desire to go to New Orleans. I went one time. No, I went twice. I went once when I was a teenager and once when I was freshly 21.
Yeah.
And I went with like a family, so it was like I didn't go crazy or anything.
Right.
But I just walked around and I was like, man, this is kind of boring. So maybe if I go back with like a good group of people, it could be fun.
I would want to do like the spooky
tours and stuff. Yes,
yeah.
me
so
too.
I feel like I would have to go with the right group.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Let's do that. Let's just have a spooky little time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would love to go down there and meet an actual vampire. So if anyone's listening and they're a vampire, please let us know.
Only go to Addison's house and not mine.
well, don't come to my house. But let me know if you are, and I would like to interview you. An interview with a vampire.
Yeah, we'll bring the microphones.
Yeah. Actually, we won't go anywhere. We'll do a Zoom call. So
that sounds better. Yeah.
And I would like.
You're not invited anywhere.
Yeah. No.
This is not an invitation.
And it depends on what type of vampire you are too. Like if you're like a sinner's vampire, stay the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck away from me.
Unless you're Michael B. Jordan. Like still, but like maybe just like turn me in a movie and live.
Yeah, it was like that's the thing. That's where it comes into.
Both.
That's where it comes into play.
Smoke and stack. I'm greedy.
Oh, two bad bitches at the same damn time.
I saw this thing that was like the only pair of Jordans I've ever wanted, and that's like the truest statement of my life. I went into that movie knowing very little about it, other than like probably vampires.
Yeah.
When I saw 2 Michael B. Jordans on the screen, I was like, this is my favorite movie. Favorite movie ever.
So good.
I don't care what it's about.
So good.
Favorite movie. Oh my God.
That's one thing that I always think about with vampire movies. So, in theory, say that Smoke and Stack, right? Those are their names, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both vampires, okay? They turn everyone that they want to turn into a vampire.
Yeah.
Why can't they just, like, live happily ever after together? Because they're all vampires.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Some people have moral dilemmas.
Yeah, but they're not, like, out there killing everyone. They're turning them into vampires.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the harm?
I'll just turn everyone into a vampire.
Everyone in the world a vampire?
Watch the werewolves come knock on our door and be like, hey, actually,
can you guys
give them ideas.
Stop with the propaganda.
Yeah.
we don't need more vampire propaganda.
Not
do you guys actually know? It's like a tracker. You know how they do like the predator trackers online where you can see like if a predator like lives next door to you?
I was thinking sharks. Different predator.
No.
I was like, yeah, the shark trackers.
No, the bad ones.
Yes.
Where like those kind of trackers, but it's for vampires. They're like, hey, do you actually know how many vampires are around you right now? There's one right across the street.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
you should be very careful. It's like, hey, is the garlic thing true?
Can I come in?
Me with like a loaf of bread just in case.
A clove of garlic stuck in my back pocket. Next to it is a crucifix. I got silver. All the crevices.
Squirt gun of holy water. Let's go.
And if you're good, I'll use a different type of squirt gun.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. That was bad. That was really bad. My bad. It's always so sexual.
It is.
It's the vampires, man. It's Twilight. It is Twilight.
What do you want from us? What do you want from us?
Twilight has groomed the fuck out of us.
Dare says that weed is a gateway drug. I think Twilight is a gateway to smut.
Yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember reading. So I read Twilight first, and I got so obsessed from the first Twilight that I read all of the rest of the books like so fucking fast.
Nice.
And I remember like I read New Moon in like a day, and then I was reading Eclipse, and I like finished it in a day, and my dad was like, "You're reading those way too fast. You can't.
Yeah,
you're limited to an hour a day."
Oh my God.
So I got Breaking Dawn, and I woke up like 3 hours earlier than my dad did, just so I could read Breaking Dawn.
Yeah.
So I woke up early, read it, finished like halfway through. I got to like the spicy scene when my dad woke up, and I was like, fuck! And I went to school, and I remember reading the rest of it in my science class.
Yeah.
And I was like,
talk about biology, right?
Yeah, I'm like in 7th grade, and I'm like, why do I feel this way? What is this feeling inside me right now? I feel warm and tingly in bits I've never felt before.
Yep. Yeah.
And all they did was like, it's like a fade to black. They're like, and then we woke up and the bed was broken. And I was like, yeah, swoon. Yeah. I'm like, when's somebody gonna break my bed? And all the pillows ripped to shreds.
No, I just remember like all the girls that I thought was cool in high school. I don't know if anyone else thought that they were cool, but I thought they were cool. They would like walk around, no other books, just carrying like the Twilight book, and just like,
Yeah, that
and I went to Moab with my family, and I saw it at a bookstore, and I was like, I'll pick it up, because, like, Savannah's cool, so yeah, I'll read it. I'd, like, plow through that book, done by the next day. I have photos of my sister and I going to, like, the Barnes & Noble book release parties.
Yeah.
Like, wearing our little, like, prom dresses, and I had my knee-high Converse on with my dress. Yeah. What a time to be alive, man.
Yeah, my mom took me to, like, all of the movie premieres, and I had, like, every piece of merch possible. Like, I had hats, I had the big cufflink, I had the small bracelet, I had her engagement ring, I had ugly ass ring. I had everything though. I had a locket that had Edward's face in it. And I would, like, go to all these premieres fully decked out in all of my gear, and I'd put, like, sparkles all over my face.
Yeah.
And it was, like, so fun. And there are videos, if you guys could ever find them, of me online.
Me editing this, post a link.
Of me online, and you can see my room when I was in middle school, and it's literally painted. I painted it white, and then I had a black and maroon stripe around the middle, and then my bedding was maroon and black. Nice. My bed frame was black. All of my stuff was, like, black. And then I had all of the scores on, like, my, like, little piano music books, so I could play piano. I had all of the CDs, like all the soundtracks, all the books, all the movies. I had signed versions. I had a jewelry box that played Bella's Lullaby.
Nice.
Like, I had a life-size poster on my wall of Edward that I would kiss every day. I had other posters on other walls. Yeah. I had, like, quotes from the book painted on my wall. Like, fucking #1 fan all through middle school. And then I got bullied out of it. Yeah. So I never brought it up again. And as an adult, I'm like, why did I do that? And so now I have all the books. And so I got t-shirts.
Yeah. We're bringing it back,
We're bringing it back. It's cool now, apparently. Whatever. I can't believe I got bullied for it in school, and now it's cool.
Yeah. That's how it always goes. They're like, oh, yeah, I actually did like that. I was like, you called everyone a loser for that.
Yeah.
So... you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
My high school boyfriend got me, like, the first Twilight. It's in my mom's house somewhere, because she never gets rid of anything. It's got to be somewhere. But it's, like, the, like, classic, like, Edward and Bella, like, kind of, like, blue tinted.
I have that shirt upstairs.
Yeah, because they're selling it at Target, apparently. Yeah. Except on the back it says, instead of the lion fell in love with the lamb, the Target one doesn't say that.
Yeah. Stupid lamb. What a sick, masochistic lion.
Yep. But he, like, gave that to me for, I don't know if it was, like, a birthday. It was, like, some special, it was Christmas. He gave it to me for Christmas. And I was like, this is the nicest gift anyone's ever given me. And he was, like, kind of pale. So, but to bring up Bettina was, like, he's basically like Edward because he's so fucking pale.
Yeah. That's literally set up my type for the rest of my life.
Cold and aloof and distant.
Yeah. It really shaped the woman I am today, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, one of my friends was, like, very Team Jacob, and looking at her dating history. Yeah.
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 Yeah, my best friend in middle school was also Team Jacob, which was always, like, a big strife between us, because I'm like, how? Mm-hmm. How can you be? And even now, watching the movies back, granted, a lot of things Edward does is very cringe. I'm not gonna discount that.
The whole thing is a little cringe.
The whole thing is, like, cringe. But Jacob sucks ass.
Yeah.
I will say, if you're a Jacob lover, I am judging you a little bit. And I know Katie's listening to this and she is Team Jacob, I'm pretty sure.
I just feel like it's a lot of yearning and pining for someone who doesn't want you.
Who very clearly does not want you.
Punches you in the face, tells you this isn't going to happen.
Granted, she does, like, do a little bit of leaning on sometimes, but she also says...
She's problematic, but also she says flat out...
it's always gonna be him. It's always been him.
Yep.
Get a hint, dude.
Yeah.
And then he imprints on
with her baby.
Daughter.
She's like, I never loved you.
Underage daughter.
I just loved your ovaries.
Dude, Stephanie Meyer is such a fucking weirdo.
So weird.
Stephanie Meyer, you fucking dumb bitch. If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?